This is a HeadGum podcast.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first.
Like, to check that you invite the neighbors to your backyard cookout. If they're going to smell your barbecue, they should get a chance to eat it too.
Checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Savings vary subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Handsomes, let's talk something really handsome. Makeup. You know that we as podcast hosts keep up on the latest trends and viral looks. That's why we're excited to talk about our new sponsor, Thrive Cosmetics.
Here's what I love most about Thrive Cosmetics. For every product purchased, they donate products and funds to help communities thrive. Thrive Cosmetics has donated over $150 million worth of product and cash funds to over 600 giving partners across the U.S.
Another thing I love about Thrive Cosmetics is their Liquid Lash Extensions mascara. You heard me. They sent me some of this mascara and I tried it. What I love most about it, hear me out, is that it's vegan.
Discover your new trusty favorite from Thrive Cosmetics, luxury beauty that gives back. Right now, you can get an exclusive 20% off your first order at thrivecosmetics.com/handsome. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/handsome for 20% off your first order.
Handsome, chatting with friends on the Handsome Pod. Chatting with friends on the Handsome Pod.
Cheers. Hello, it's your friend Tig Notaro on the Handsome Podcast, here with my co-hosts,
May Martin.
And Fortune Feimster.
Welcome.
May I take your order?
Yes, please. Where are you right now, Fortune?
I am filming a movie in Atlanta.
Oh, nice.
Yes, with Will Ferrell.
Cool. How's it going?
I just got here last night, so far nothing's happened till my lovely call time at 5:30 tomorrow morning.
Do you know your lines?
I will tonight.
Yeah.
Is that how you do your lines? Do you do it the night before, or do you do it in the makeup chair, or do you work up slowly? Tell us your process.
Please tell us your
Well,
process.
On a movie like this, where it's not like crazy big chunks of lines, I'll look like 2 days ahead
Mhm.
and see like if there's anything that I really need to dig into. And if it's not too bad, then I'll do it the day before,
Mhm.
the night before, and then again in the makeup trailer. But on FooBar, I had like really long things, so they would print out a thing for me for the week that I would be studying all week.
Yeah,
Mhm.
all your action terminology and
That's right.
well, we got the. Oh, I actually can't think of anything.
Yeah, we
Wait,
got
like,
the.
we got the. Okay, we're zooming in on the.
The
Truth be told,
thing.
I can't tell you one line that I had this
that you
past
said,
season
yeah.
because it's all short-term memory. I learn it really quickly and then
Yeah.
release it as soon as the scene's
Same.
done.
Yeah, same.
Are you? My dream, if I was working with Will Ferrell, would be because his bloopers are so iconic. My dream would be to be part of a blooper, like part of a unscripted moment where I make him laugh or something.
Where do you see Will Ferrell's bloopers if you haven't worked with him?
Let me tell you, it's when I'm sad, I get on YouTube and I will search literally Will Ferrell bloopers.
Oh, okay.
He is so funny. I did his last movie with him, but my big scenes with him and Reese got cut.
Oh man.
But it was
This
so
is them
fun.
making it up to you?
I guess so. And then, but we had a funny they did some behind the scenes videos where they were interviewing me, and then he comes up and interrupts me and starts doing bits with me, which is like my dream.
Yeah.
And then Reese comes up and does bits with the both of us, and I'm doing bits with Will and Reese Witherspoon, and I don't know where this footage is. I've not seen it anywhere, and I'm like,
Maybe it never happened.
No, I know it did. And we were all doing bits. I'm like, this is a dream scenario for me, but I have no idea where that footage went.
Yeah, you need that. Track that down.
And so
Yeah.
is this movie, are you and Will, are you the two stars of the movie?
No, that I am another small part in this. It's him and Zac Efron
Oh,
are
okay.
and
nice.
Regina Hall. They're the
Mhm.
main ones.
And what is your character?
I play a cop, obviously.
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 Have you played a
lieutenant.
cop?
I'm a CIA agent in Fubar. This might be my first cop role.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
trying
Yeah.
to think. Yeah.
And are you going far out of the Fortune personality? Are you
Oh,
doing
God,
some
no.
character? It's just Fortune and a
It's Fortune as a cop.
Yeah, Fortune the Cop.
All right.
Fortune the cop. I went on
Yeah.
set today and had my fitting for my cop outfit, and I said, I am playing a sexy cop, right? And they were like, obviously.
Yeah.
And did you
chatted
feel
with-
pretty gay?
Yeah, pretty gay.
Mhm.
What, just
Pretty
because of
gay
the
in that
uniform?
I mean, I've been in a
and I'm
cop
gay.
uniform. I have to say, it ramped up my homosexuality.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. When I glanced at myself, I was like,
Yeah.
this is pretty gay.
At first, they put the hat on you that's like the
Cop
folded
hat?
one, cop hat, and I look so stupid. I was like,
So you
this,
push back
this
on the
is
hat?
stupid, and then they put like a ball cap on me. I was like, oh, that's way better.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Can
And
we
so-
see the picture of you in the stupid
I didn't take
hat?
a picture of it.
Can you put it back on your head and take a picture? And
Oh,
send
I'm
it to us?
imagining it really clearly.
Mm.
A little, but I think in my mind it's pretty cute. It's like a little page boy kind of.
It was funny.
Yeah.
I was talking with Will, and we were just chatting away, and he was in his costume, and then all of a sudden, I think I was a good 10 minutes into talking with him when I looked down and he's in spandex, and I had no clue.
And was that
So-
sexy or
Oh,
was it funny?
Beyond sexy.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
How are you doing, Tig? What's going on with you?
What is going on with me?
Speaking of sexy.
Yeah, speaking of sexy, I feel like I've been up to something and doing things, for sure.
Wow, that's riveting.
I mean, we're pretty neck deep always in baseball,
Yep.
at our house and outside of the house in baseball
Stats
fields.
and games. And
Games, a lot of
Did you-
practices, a lot of games, a lot of double headers.
Did you have a Mother's Day celebration of any sorts?
We did. We had a Mother's Day celebration. We went to one of our favorite vegan restaurants
Ooh.
and it disappointed.
Ooh,
No.
Yes.
Scandal.
It
Wow.
was such a bummer. It was the 4th or 5th time we've gone to this particular vegan restaurant that is very nice.
Yeah.
It is one of the top vegan restaurants.
Oh,
And
wow.
Every time it is the worst service.
I wonder if
Wait.
it's the place I've been to that wouldn't accept my gift card. I'm
Oh
not
my
gonna name the
God.
place.
Okay, I'll name the place and we're going to bleep it, but it is,
Okay.
and it's in
Oh,
Marina
no.
del Rey. And yeah, so Max and Finn, it's just a bummer because it's like you're looking forward to it. It's your big special day. The kids are excited to take you out.
They're
And
paying.
everyone huh?
Are they
pay?
paying?
Oh, yeah. There's so much not paying that anytime money comes up, they always tell you how broke they are.
Oh,
That's so
they're like, can
good.
I have your
they're like,
debit card?
they're like, I am stretched thin right now.
Truly,
I
they're
am
like, we are
Bills are
broke.
due.
Yeah.
Wait, Tig, if the restaurant's it's had bad service for the past 4 times.
Yeah.
So what were you expecting?
Because the
well,
food's probably really good, right?
The food is so good, and we have such high hopes that it's just a freak experience. And
Yeah.
this time, the waiter was like, at the end of the day, after the end of the meal, when he's giving us or when we're finally, after we were finally able to track him down, he's like, hey, and sorry, things are really busy today. And it's like, it's Mother's Day. Wouldn't they be on top of that it's going to be
Right.
busy? But
Right.
also for the 4 other times we've gone, what
It's
was
been
the
like that.
excuse there?
Yeah, they're
It's
like, sorry, it's
we'll bring more napkins, never came. You do
Aw.
this, we'll do that. And it's like, whatever. There's much bigger problems in the world.
I don't think so.
Well, in the moment we think there's not. But I feel like Stephanie and I are very we're nice to wait staff. We tip well.
Yeah.
We're patient. We're understanding. I worked in the restaurant world for many years. So there's a lot of leeway. This is endlessly bad service. You can't find them. They don't refresh your drinks. You can't find them to pay the bill. It's just all the wrong food. It's like it's endless. So that's how our Mother's Day was. But
man.
we walked around and looked at the water and just watched a movie and lounged around. Had a relaxing day. Max and Finn were playing catch in the backyard, which is one of my favorite. I mean, Finn's so good at pitching and Max is so good at catching. And to see them in the backyard just
satisfying.
It makes it so much more yin and yang.
Mm-hmm.
Just brothers.
Aw.
Just it was So aside from the actual brunch that we were all building up, you know what it actually did? It made me feel bad for people who are taking their mothers out, and let's say somebody's sick or their mother's very elderly, or maybe that will be your last Mother's Day or something.
boy.
It's like, I don't mean to take it to a really depressing place, but but I did think
But I'm
about
going
that. Or somebody coming in town, you know what I mean? It's that's like
a special meal.
for sure. And I
Yeah,
think
it's a
about it
special
as
meal.
a comedian. When I go and do a show, I don't take it for granted. I know people get babysitters. I know they maybe paid for an Uber to get there. So I don't know.
Yeah.
That's where my head was
Yeah.
like, give it your 100%.
Right.
Did I tell you about my experience at a nice vegan restaurant with my gift card?
Mm-mm.
I'll
No,
tell it
but
really quick. But
Yeah.
it's one of the nice vegan places, and my agents had given me like a very expensive gift card to it.
Tell us the name and we'll bleep it out.
Bleep this part out too, because I don't remember the name. It's on. Okay. That's the name of it.
Yeah.
We'll bleep that out. But I was like, I'm not a vegan, obviously. I like vegan food, but this is like a very expensive gift card. So I'm like, I gotta use this for a special occasion. So I invited my friend Jillian Bell, who we know, who's been on our Handsome Pod. And it was her birthday, and she loved this restaurant. But for whatever reason, I didn't want to tell her.
Is she vegan?
She's not vegan, but
Oh,
she
okay.
and her sister Brianna love this restaurant,
Okay.
and I don't know why, because we've been best friends for years. Why I didn't want to tell her I was using a gift card. So when the bill came, Jax like got up and just kind of was going to the bathroom and just handed the lady the check with the gift card, and kind of trying to be discreet. And then
Yeah.
the woman like comes over and says gift card more than anyone I've ever heard in my life. She's like, I try to run the gift card, but the gift card won't work. And I don't know have you used this gift card before? Like,
How much is on the gift card?
And Julian's looking at me like, what? And I'm like, whatever, We take you at the funniest part is you were sitting behind me. We ran into you guys that night. This was
Really?
this was like 5 years ago, something like that.
Wow,
you were
it made
literally
such a
right
lasting impression.
You were literally right behind me, so I was even more embarrassed to like talk
to be
about this
arguing
gift card.
about that's
That
so
is
funny.
hilarious.
And so I'm just like, nope, never used this before. Just if you'll go, just go run it. And Jillian's like, and I'm like, I don't know. And so
Oh my
she
god.
comes back again. She's like, I'm on the phone with the gift card company, but like it's not going through. I don't know what's wrong with this gift card. Like keep saying gift card, and I'm just like, please stop it. And so I'm just like, here, give me the gift card, and we just like hand her our credit card and pay for it. But
And they're like, oh, declined.
It was wild. And then as we're leaving the restaurant, the manager stops us. Sorry about the gift card. I don't know what was wrong with that gift card. We're trying to run the gift card. And I was, and you know, Jax went back another time and it didn't work again. And I'm just like, this is a bamboozled gift card.
Okay,
situation.
but how was the food?
Really good. Really good. Yeah.
I feel like bumping into Tig at a vegan restaurant it's like bumping into me at an escape room. Like it's so on brand that it's almost embarrassing. It's like, yep, of course I'm here.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first.
Like, you know, to check that you've got different pairs of scissors, so you're not using the same pair of scissors to open packages, cut the tags off your clothes, and trim your nose hairs.
Checking first is smart, so check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Want to give someone a gift that really matters? Give one that won't just last a year, it'll last a lifetime. That's the gift of learning with Masterclass. With Masterclass, you can learn from the best to become your best.
Masterclass is the only streaming platform where you can learn and grow with over 200 plus of the world's best.
You know, we here at Handsome love learning, whether it's a May fact, a documentary, or checking out a Masterclass. One of the questions we get the most as comedians is how to break into the entertainment business. Masterclass has a whole category for that. James Cameron teaches filmmaking. Ava DuVernay talks about reframing your thinking, or Reba McEntire teaches country music.
Our listeners always get great discounts on Masterclass of at least 15% off any annual membership at masterclass.com/handsome. See Masterclass's latest deal, at least 15% off at masterclass.com/handsome. Masterclass.com/handsome. And apologies for my memory loss. But
it was a while ago.
We talked.
Yeah. We said hi, and you guys sat down.
It was just me and Stephanie.
I can't remember. Y'all might have been with another couple.
Okay.
So like we just said a brief hello, hi.
Yeah,
it wasn't
sure.
like a long thing.
Yeah.
But I just remember between not wanting to tell Jillian I had a gift card and you sitting behind me. I was like, please just give me the gift card.
They get on the intercom. They're like, table 47, your gift card is still not going through. Fortune Feimster, please.
But the funny part is because we had this expensive gift card, we were like, order whatever you want.
Yeah, oh my God.
Keep it coming. You want another drink? Have 2 of those apps. Like we were just going nuts.
Be glad you didn't have the gift card at the restaurant we went to on Mother's Day, because you can't keep it coming because they won't ever come to your table.
That's
right.
right.
When you were saying like we couldn't find the waiter, I was like, surely that's the base. You shouldn't have to find like hide and seek the waiter.
Thing. We could find him. He just wouldn't make eye contact when he was walking past our table.
Yeah.
Oh,
and so we'd be like, hello.
Or there's the classic thing in restaurants where they're like, you're like, hey, can I get some water? They're like, I'm going to send over your server. And then the server you try to order, they're like, I'm just taking the drinks. I'm going to send over the,
That's what was happening.
Oh my God.
They gave us the Mother's Day menu and then they gave us the regular menu. So we were finding things on the regular menu. And when we all had our orders and they finally came to the table, they were like, oh, we only have the prefix meal on the Mother's Day. That regular menu is just for drinks. So then we were like, nobody told us this. So they leave, and then we have to, finding something to eat with small children too, it's not easy. So we had to go back through. Anyway, again, bigger problems going on.
Again, I don't think so.
But you asked how Mother's Day was, and I am telling you, it was perfect.
I had my birthday.
That's right. How did your birthday party go?
Yeah, we haven't all been together since then.
Yeah.
And Thomas was there, and crunk. I mean, making a scene. We had to kick him out.
So it was set the scene. It was at your house.
Okay, it was at my house. And the mistake I made was that it was like a last minute thing. I thought I got to do something, and so I'd made an invite, and on the invite it said, like, come for games, intrigue, mystery, and like. What was it? And like lies or something. Like it was subterfuge. Like I really promised.
Think that this is a sexy party.
No.
But that's what I would think. Intrigue. I'm intrigued.
Really?
Yeah.
what I wanted was like I had big plans that I was going to do an Easter egg hunt. I was going to do like some kind of mafia game where you have to figure out who at the party is. But I kind of panicked. I left it too late. I got the birthday blues in the morning. And
Oh
then
no! Did
people
you have
start
snacks?
I had some snacks.
Oh, this sounds like an awful party.
No, wait.
But
Hey,
you
you
woke
have to-
up the next day depressed?
No,
On the day.
Oh, on the day. Okay.
But
Yeah.
if you're
and
inviting
so-
people to your house, you have to have a lot of snacks.
Oh, I had snacks.
Oh, okay,
snacks.
okay.
Yeah,
That's why.
Did you have
said-
a lot of snacks though?
Yeah, I had a lot of snacks.
I don't know. I'm not sold on you had a lot of
What?
snacks.
What were the snacks? Walk us through it.
Okay, well, I had multiple pizzas.
Oh,
I had
okay.
chips and bowls. I had dips. You know.
Okay.
Chips and bowls.
Yeah.
Chips and bowls and dips. So was
Okay.
there a cake or of any of
There was a cake.
dessert? Okay, I'm just making
But-
sure.
The like stressful thing was that I'd put on the invite 2 p.m. onwards, which is a weird thing to do on a
Oh
Friday.
no, you have to have a
Mid-
finite get out of my house
2
time.
p.m. But then I got so like bummed and overwhelmed in the morning and like stressed trying to plan all these games I'd promised that then I texted everyone and said, let's do 3 p.m., which is such a weirdly thing to just bump it an hour in the afternoon. And then people come and I couldn't like settle into a conversation because I was so aware I'd promised games. So the only thing I really came up with was throw the tea bag in the cup from the furthest distance. And I think it's
Okay.
fair to say I was manic, Thomas. I was running between groups of people who were just having a nice time being like, guys, we're throwing a tea bag into a cup if
Oh,
anyone
no.
wants it. And
How
trying
many
to, like-
people made it to the party?
there were about 30 over the course of the afternoon.
Okay.
You know?
You
And so,
stressed
like,
yourself out.
Oh, did I ever? I mean, I had little bowls of paper and pens. I was trying to write secret missions for people, and
Oh,
everyone was
no.
like, "What is this?" And then throwing the tea bag in the cup. It was who can throw it from the furthest distance, and we're taking turns. And then thankfully, that did get pretty electric.
Oh,
and the
good.
feeling when someone finally got it in was like we'd won the World
The
Cup.
teabag part?
Yeah, the tea bag part.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah, but
What-
overall,
did they get
I
a
don't know.
prize? Like, did you make out with them?
No, no
Oh.
prize. No.
And is
no.
this a game
Intrigue.
that
It
is
seems like something needed to happen.
The intrigue was just, is May gonna have a meltdown?
Okay.
Yeah.
now is the throw a tea bag in a glass or cup, is that
Thank
a,
you
par-
for
a
this follow-up
typical
question.
party game? Because I have to be honest, I don't know if that would lure me to a party or keep me there.
It was.
Interesting.
I was thinking. on
Why?
my
Fortunate
feet-
if you knew you could throw a tea bag into a cup, you
I
would
think
haul
I'd-
ass over there.
I'll try.
Well, what I thought was, there's a lot of ways you could go about it because you're trying to get it from the furthest distance. I
Yeah.
didn't anticipate how hard it would be to get it in at all.
Mhm.
But there's different. You could get the tea bag wet,
Mhm.
or
That
you
would
could,
be my. I would want to get it wet.
Mm.
yeah. Or I was.
And are
like,
you
fuck.
dangling it like this and throwing it?
Well, that's
Oh.
a very interesting question to
Yeah.
dangle from the
Thanks
string.
for
or
the
not.
act out on that,
You're welcome.
Fortune.
Or I was like, maybe if you just get high up over it,
Mm.
that counts as distance.
It does.
But honestly,
okay.
thank God for Clea Duvall and her wife were there, and they are like game fanatics, and they love Survivor, and they were like right on board with it. They were
setting
like,
the
"Yep,
rules
okay,"
and
then
everything. Cleo
Yeah, and
turned
just-
into a director again.
She
Mhm.
really
do
did, and she
this. Yeah.
also she was the one that got
She did
tea
it.
bag in the cup. She did it.
She did it.
She did it.
And how did Mr. Thomas do?
Thomas, did you throw the tea bag in the cup?
You know, I think I was too busy playing foosball. I was
yeah.
really attached to that foosball table.
Yeah, the table was good.
I once butt dialed Clea Duvall out of nowhere during the middle of a romantic dinner in Santa Barbara.
You did what?
Butt
Butt
dialed.
dialed Clea.
Okay.
That feels like the universe wanted you to connect with
But
her.
it's not
'cause
like I love Clea, but I don't talk to Clea very often ever.
just
Right.
chat on
And
the
my
phone.
phone just called her. And she texted
Then
me.
could she hear
this-
what you were saying?
She could totally hear our entire conversation. And
Oh
she,
my
And
God.
she texted me like, "Hey, bud, just FYI, you just called me." And I was like, "Oh my God, that is so weird."
And that
Oh
was
my
just a
God.
general butt dial?
General butt dial. So your
Okay.
phone could literally call anyone at any time, just so you know.
That's
Guess what my
terrifying.
phone did?
What?
I not only I didn't just do a butt dial, but I think Fortune and I don't know about May, but have a mutual friend, Kim Dickens.
We do, yeah.
Okay, I butt FaceTimed Kim Dickens.
But
I-
FaceTime.
Yeah, and I looked at my call list of recent calls looking for somebody's number one day. And, Kim is a friend, but not somebody I talk to on a daily basis. And certainly someone I have never FaceTimed with. And so I'm scrolling through my missed calls and whatever to find, a number that I needed to find. And I see that I have FaceTimed Kim Dickens like 3 days before. And I'm like, no, I didn't. She didn't say anything. She didn't pick up. We've never talked about it.
I have done that before, and I think usually people know if you don't normally FaceTime with that person, that it was like an accident.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still curious if I get a FaceTime. I'm like, what's going on?
You an answer?
Yeah. But I answer spam
I've ignored
too.
several FaceTimes that I know were probably accidents.
I once went to block an ex's number, this is years ago, to prevent me from wanting to text them or whatever. Go to block it, and when I go to block the number, accidentally hit FaceTime. I'm calling. So
I just wanted to inform you I'm blocking you.
Opposite day.
At the end of this call.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the nightmare when you're
the nightmare.
Not wanting them to know about that.
I've not ever blocked somebody. They can't tell when you block them?
They could if they tried to message. It would turn up green instead of blue.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was just for everybody says just block the person for a couple. Guys, I'm drinking this thing that Thomas told me about.
What is it?
Prune juice.
It's fucked up. It's Diet Coke mixed with cold brew.
Oh wow, that's double whammy.
It's Diet Coke with a splash of coffee in it.
And it's kind of later there. It's right afternoon.
Later
late
where?
Afternoon.
It's like 3 p.m.
Oh, I'm thinking of where I am. It's evening time here.
Oh yeah.
Right.
How does that taste? And Thomas, you drink that?
Yeah, Coke Zero, because the Headgum Studios have cold brew on tap, and I started having cold brew and Coke Zero combined just because they have those available.
And so that's an already made up idea?
No, I invented it. Like it's like cold brew with a splash of Coke Zero.
Wow.
And it's good?
I like it.
It's given me a jolt, that's for sure. I got a lot of flack the other day I went to the movie theater to see Sinners, that movie.
Yeah.
And, I ordered a large drink, and then, you fill up your drink. And so I always mix. Like I mixed like ginger ale and Coke Zero and iced tea and Fanta lemon. I think that was the combo.
Okay.
And the person was horrified.
There's a lot of drinks in one thing, but do you?
Well, I kind of like Thomas's theory that if things are available, you got to mix them.
Why not? Speaking of lesbians on text, Emily Sailors from the Indigo Girls just texted me. Do you think that was on purpose? She said
because
high fortune.
No, I had a Zoom with her today.
She mentioned you in here.
Yeah.
She called you Tiggle Biddies. That's weird.
Does she not know my story?
So, May, would you say the birthday party was a success in the end?
I think people had a nice time. I have many regrets. I would do an evening party next time, I think, or at least a weekend day, not a weekday.
Not a 2 p.m. on a weekday?
Oh, it was on the weekday.
It was on a Friday, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I would plan better, and people came and then left, and then came and then left. And like, I have the same birthday as Kumail Nanjiani, and him and his wife came. Her birthday's, I think, the day before, the day after. And they came, but everyone had just sort of left. And I was like, guys, I swear it was fun. We were throwing tea bags.
I promise I had people here.
Yeah.
And would you carry on the tea bag game tradition? Was it a success? Was it a hit? Were they into it?
I think now that you say it, I'm like, yeah, I don't, from now on, it won't be a birthday unless there's a bag.
So you're going to be like,
there.
guys, guess what's on again this year? It's my birthday and we're throwing tea bags. Remember last year?
Well, it is funny. It would be funny if you named it the annual teabag party.
Yeah.
Well,
come on.
Fortune.
Well, I hate that I missed it. I was out of town. I don't know if I would have been invited, but I hate I missed it.
I invited you both. I sent it on the group chat. Yeah, I sent it on the chat.
You did?
I did. I sent it on the chat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I apologize. I totally did not see that, so my
Listen.
apologies for not getting back to you.
I think birthdays as you
I've
get
had
older,
a lot
they're
going
not.
on.
Yeah, man.
Have you?
Yeah, just a wee bit.
Yeah. Guys, should we see who our question asker is?
Absolutely.
Today's question asker is an actress, stand-up comedian, and former NFL cheerleader. She has
Wow.
released, I know, right? She has released multiple hit stand-up specials, with her latest, Say I Want, getting over 5 million views on YouTube. Anjelah Johnson-Reyes is today's question asker.
Nice.
All right, so I have a question for my handsomes.
Okay.
What are you grateful for in life, which you've already shared a few, but also what's your matitude, which we didn't get to today.
Okay.
Your matitude is your one thing that's making you mad these days, getting on your nerves, and then your gratitude. What are you grateful for? That's my question for you guys.
All right. So I did Angelah's podcast, and I was like, "You gotta ask us a question for handsome sometime." And she's like, "I'll do it right now." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yes, right.
And we're on.
And we're on. So I got to be a part of Angelah's question.
Every dream needs a domain. That's why Handsome is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform designed to help you build a website you'll love. Maybe you have a business idea you want to launch this year. Maybe you want to create a personal or portfolio-style site that shows the world who you are and what you have to offer. If you're in need of a bespoke online presence, you need Squarespace.
Squarespace offers a complete library of professionally designed and award-winning website templates with options for every use and category. No matter where you start, your website is flexible to what you need, with intuitive drag and drop editing, beautiful styling options, unrivaled visual design effects, on-brand AI content, and more ways to list what you offer. No experience required.
So what are you waiting for? Get started on your dream website today. Head to squarespace.com/handsome for a free trial. And then when you're ready to launch, use offer code HANDSOME to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Lights, camera, action. The hottest new act in Vegas is coming straight to your pocket. For a limited time, Golden Nugget Online Casino presents the Golden Tour.
Turn your downtime into showtime with performances from your favorite slots, special appearances from daily rewards, and electrifying jackpots. Sign up now with code HANDSOME. Deposit just $5 and enjoy 500 casino spins on a featured game. Catch the Golden Tour on the Golden Nugget online casino app and claim your rewards now.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Please play responsibly. 21 plus. Physically present in Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. New customers only. Non-withdrawable casino spins valid for featured game only and expire in 168 hours. See terms at goldennuggetcasino.com/promos. Ends at 11:59 p.m. Eastern on June 8th, 2025. I mean, I'm thinking of a million things.
Gratitude
For my
and matitude.
And explain matitude again.
Stuff that upsets you, right?
Yeah, these days, like what specifically these days is really getting your goat.
Yeah, getting your
The fact that I don't have a goat gets my goat.
Yeah, you know what? That's
Is that how a
messed
goat
up.
sounds? Bang. Or is that a sheep? What's a goat do?
Don't answer her. Let her go about let her go about life thinking that's what a goat maybe sounds like.
Really go. Is that
Oh my
it?
gosh. You know what? Speaking of animals, when we were on Mother's Day, we saw a seal in the
What?
marina
Whoa.
and sitting up
I love his music.
Fortune Marie. That is a solid joke, and I
Thank
think you need to
you.
write that down and remind yourself to repeat it. So this seal is hanging out right by this boat slip in the harbor, and it's just does it not blow your mind how much seals are ocean dogs?
Yes, they're big dumb puppies.
Yes.
Really?
And just
Yes.
like the
Yeah.
barking.
Is that how they sound?
I
No,
mean,
they're like,
don't tell
"Bah."
Fortune. Yeah, they're barking. And you can and when I said that, my son Max was like, "Well, they're both mammals." And I was like, "Sure." But
I don't know about that logic. Yeah.
I mean, they have the whiskers. They look like dogs, and they
Yeah.
basically bark. So what is the connection there? I know this is not Angela's ask, but
No, this is getting your goat.
yeah.
in a way.
Yes, your
It's getting my
mad-
seal.
Your matitude.
Mhm.
Was the seal just by himself?
Oh
hanging
my
out?
gosh, just hanging out, sunbathing, and just like
Whoa.
cleaning himself, and just so cute. Animals
Oh,
are
man.
just little
friendly?
freaks. He was very nice to us.
Well, I mean, but if you were like to, swim up and
You need
Well,
to Google seals and
here's the
find out more
God, why can't
information
y'all
on
teach
your
me
own.
about
But,
animals?
here's the thing, like what could a seal really do to you if it was on land?
Slap
know?
you. I mean,
Oh,
you've
really?
seen those little, yeah.
Oh yeah, it could slap you, or
Yeah.
I guess if you were in a little kayak, it could try and overturn you or
That's
something.
right.
But
Hmm.
Watch
I know
out.
walruses are curmudgeonly assholes,
Mm.
and I'll stand by that. I'll die on that hill.
All
Yeah.
right.
You've had a
Yeah.
run-in with a mean walrus?
No,
I know how
but I do
the
remember
walrus's sound is cuckoo cuckoo.
that's correct.
Oh boy.
When I was
Oh. Oh boy. I can't even look at you.
yeah, Tig's facing
I
away
cannot
from the
look at
screen.
you.
Come on, that was pretty good.
No,
that
no,
was pretty good.
no.
That
All
was-
right.
That, went
was
deep.
really
that
good.
Went deep.
That was good. That was good. I wish I'd done that one. Go
When I
on.
was 13, it was I was at like Second City improv class, and the news came and filmed a bunch of us kids, and they told us they were going to do a news segment on TVO at 8 p.m. on Thursday or something, and I told everyone in my class to watch it, but I got the time wrong, and so at 8 p.m. everyone turned on the TV, and it was walruses fucking. It was like a nature documentary, and
Whoa.
it was walruses with their weird penises having sex.
How
And
weird.
when you're like 13, then everyone the next day was like, saw you on TV. So, yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, actually, that's another thing they have in common with dogs is they have those weird little dicks.
Hmm. Should we go to
Anyways.
commercial?
Yeah. What are you guys grateful
I'm
for?
grateful for this conversation.
Yeah.
I
what
mean,
a
first and
treat.
foremost.
Yeah.
Gratitude. I've been very grateful for friends.
Mm-hmm.
I've reconnected with friends lately, and just some of my friends have been just amazing and
Yeah.
really good friends.
Mm-hmm.
Love that.
And I'm really grateful for that. You get really busy, and I've been guilty of like getting so into my job and traveling that you sort of I wasn't always great at checking in
Mm.
and just just seeing how people show up for you
Yeah.
is pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I made new friends, reconnect with old friends. It's meant a lot to me.
Mm-hmm.
Old friends kind of remind you who you are too. Like it's very grounding because you can reconnect with kind of old versions of yourself as well. Like you're like, oh yeah, I forgot that I'm also this person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just seeing how people, when you need them, just freaking are there for you. It's like unbelievable.
People want to
Yeah.
feel like they have a purpose or they can help in some way, you know?
Mhm.
And I
Yeah.
feel like when you present that opportunity, I remember my biggest lesson with that was when Hurricane Katrina wiped out my hometown, and I was raising money and collecting items to drive out to Mississippi because the eye of the hurricane hit my hometown. And I remember we had like lamps out in the front yard. We were collecting donations 24 hours a day. I don't remember. It was for 2 or 3 days. And I sat back going, wow, people are so nice. I can't believe they're doing this for me and my town. And then I realized, like, this isn't for me. Like, I'm just like the vessel, and like removing yourself from it and realizing like this is what people just naturally want to do is when there's a problem. I think most people really do want to help and chip in and do whatever they can to make things right. And then that was really, I mean, sadly, if it is pathetic on my part, I didn't really realize that until that moment in my life where I was like, this has absolutely nothing to do with me or where I live.
Well, yeah, it just reminds me how important people in my
and I'm not taking away from the fact that your friends love you and care about you.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah. I don't want that to be misunderstood.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
But just so you know, they're doing that for them.
It's just been a big reminder, and some people in my family are going through some things, and people have been showing up for them. Just seeing like people show up for people has been, I have a lot of gratitude for that.
That's great.
How about you, Tig? Gratitude wise.
I'm feeling
that seal was.
Yeah, I feel very grateful for that seal, but I'm feeling really, really grateful for, and I know I've talked about this on here. I've made massive shifts with my time and my career, trying to find balance, because I realized there was a time in my life, I would say it was right after the pandemic, where I was talking about how I was trying to find work-life balance. And when I really thought about it, I wasn't actually making these steps to shift things. And I made a massive shift with my job on Star Trek, where I made a choice to take a much smaller load of episodes, and with touring, a much smaller load with going on the road. And I'm seeing and feeling a massive shift in my life. And it feels so good. And every day I say to Stephanie, I'm like, I am so happy to be home. I am so happy. It just feels good. And I'm really grateful that I have taken this leap, and maybe it won't be forever, but I've now been off the road for the majority for about 1.5 years. And that's huge. Yeah. That's so huge. And it's a massive shift in the past few decades. And so I'm not only glad I took this leap, but I'm very thankful and grateful that it's panned out in the way that I hoped it would. And it is those little things of being at baseball practice, at pitching practice, at bad Mother's Day brunches, So I'm really, really enjoying that. And I'm very grateful for it. And who knows, maybe in 1 year I'll be back up and running full throttle, but maybe not. I don't know. But I'm really good with how this shift is.
Love that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's important. You gotta live life and be a human.
Yeah, and have stuff to write about too. And
yeah, it's all about what material will you get.
Yeah, I know. I just did the same thing that I did. Yeah, well, the thing is,
you better be writing some notes down.
I'm living my life so I can create more work, and then I can leave town again.
That's kind of sometimes how I do think of things. I gotta be careful. Like, I'll plan a fun day for myself. I'll go to art galleries and stuff. I'm like, God, I hope I notice something.
I hope I get a bit out of this.
Yeah. I'm feeling grateful for music these days. Like, I'm playing a lot. I'm writing a lot of tunes and listening to a lot of music, and I'm loving it. And going on big walks and getting really into LA and Griffith Park hikes. And
what's a big walk?
Like Griffith Park, up to the observatory, or like or around the reservoir, or I went yesterday to Santa Barbara with my friend and found these hot springs. It was this big hike, and they were too hot to. In my mind, I was going to be bathing in them, but they were too hot.
Oh, because it was like 100 and something degrees, right?
I'm sorry, but hotter than you?
Hey.
Impossible.
They were scalding hot.
Okay.
And sulfuric, and it smelled like farts. But man, they were beautiful.
Oh man.
And there was a naked man standing.
Yeah.
contemplating it all.
Was he an attractive a man, or was
Full
he
dong out?
Fortune
dong.
Marie? Fortune Marie.
What?
We were not expecting that.
All our listeners were wondering. Full
You
dong?
scared off half of our listeners.
No.
Yes, here they come creeping back,
They're
but they are
creeping back.
little.
Come on back, you guys. I won't say
Go.
it again
Come on, ladies.
for now.
He was like, I'm very like, nudity positive or whatever, but
Sure.
it was a bit like I think he had written on a rock as you're approaching the hot springs, you're going up the path, and someone had written clothing optional with a marker on a rock.
As a joke.
Well, I think he wrote it, and then
Oh my gosh.
He's like, nobody call the cops. You see
Yeah,
that sign
yeah,
over
yeah.
there?
yeah.
Do you really think he made the decision and was like,
Maybe, yeah.
wow.
That marker on the ground was a real telltale sign.
Yeah. And the ink on his hands. And then my attitude right now is, and I'd love to get your input on this,
We'd
guys,
love
and
to give it.
what you would do in this situation. So I love to do laundry. I love to smell of fresh laundry.
Same
And
seas?
yeah, we've talked about it's to fold the laundry. I
Yeah.
love it. So I put a load in, and then I guess I didn't. You laughing at load, Fortune?
No,
I'm putting a load in.
never mind.
Fortune Marie.
Fortune Marie. So it didn't fully dry, and then I guess I didn't take it out in time. So it now has this smell, and I'm like, do I rewash the whole load? Like, it smells a bit like damp, and
might
now it's
have to.
dry, but it smells a bit like damp. So I got to rewash everything?
I think you do.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
I'm mad about it though for you.
Mad about
That's
it.
a
I like the
attitude.
growl.
Mad about
This
it.
is like the shirt I'm wearing now.
But luckily
smells-
you have a washer dryer, right? This is part of your home.
This is part of my home.
Then you
Are
got
you
this.
in your home? Is that one big trophy? My eyesight is so bad. Do you have one gigantic trophy behind you?
That's from Taskmasters. The big
That's a bunch of different trophies. Yeah, and that's a Taskmaster trophy on top. It's a guy's head.
I was hoping it was such a massive trophy that was like floor to ceiling.
That would be
one
good.
big trophy.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
that's a day bed there. Has anyone stayed on it?
Yeah, actually, and it pulls out, like the bottom pulls out. And
Ooh.
Did
so it
somebody
becomes
stay on
big.
that after they threw tea bags all
bags?
night?
They were so exhausted from the teabagging.
Boy, is my arm tired. I cannot drive tonight.
Do you have
Yeah.
someplace I can lie down?
Because
Yeah.
you have what, 2 bedrooms? Your place?
I have 2 bedrooms, and then I have this back house that I'm trying to renovate, kind of, that will be a guest house. I'm putting a
look at
little,
you,
Are you going to
homeowner.
rent it out, or are you going to just have people in town stay there?
I have a buddy, and him and his girlfriend might come for 6 months or something.
Wow.
Wow.
And I think they're gonna pitch in for bills and stuff, but probably not. Like, I like having people around.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
also they might want to kill each other after they move in there because it's tiny.
Mm,
Yeah.
mhm,
But so
mhm.
far you're feeling like the house it's all positive. It was a good purchase.
Yeah, it's got good vibes.
Have your
I'm
stress
good.
levels come down about making a big purchase, or
Yeah, I think they have. And also just being so unsettled for 9
Right.
months. I was like in Airbnbs. So yeah, it's good. I got stuff on the walls.
Yeah.
I'm feeling
it is
good.
nice to have a space that's yours that you're like, this is
Yeah.
my grounding place.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
and does it feel like home?
Not yet,
Uh-huh.
but maybe it will. There's a fireplace, like a working fireplace, and they checked the.
I love it.
Would you call it a flume?
flue.
Like,
a
the
flute?
flue.
A flue?
A flute. They
Flute?
checked it and they said it's all working, but I'm just too scared on my own to
Oh,
do it. What if
really?
what if a little ember comes out or something?
But
So,
you had it inspected.
yeah.
So then if it passed, then it's good.
But what do I? There's no grate in front of it or anything. So what? I just light some
You can
logs.
buy a grate. They're cheap.
You're
on
telling me I
on
light some
Amazon.
logs?
And I think I need to know.
You have to turn the gas on and light is it a gas? It's a gas or no?
No.
Oh, it's a wood. Oh wow. I love a fireplace. It's one of my favorite. I have
Guys,
gratitude for fireplaces.
I need to know. Is it a flue or a flute? I thought it
Thomas.
was a
I thought it was
flue.
a flute.
I thought it was a flue.
I thought it was a
thought it was a
FLOOT.
flume.
Flu.
Flue.
Oh, so
I was right.
So what's a FLOOT?
You don't know what a flute is?
It's the instrument. How does
Yeah.
it sound?
Yeah. And then what about
Hold on, I'm still soloing.
An instrument is FLUTE.
That's right.
Yeah.
I wasn't
But
going
what's
to
a-
barge in on your poor spelling.
But what's a FLOOT? Is that anything?
I
Oh,
don't
this
know.
says
I've
it's a
never-
fart or a toot in the Urban
That's what a
Dictionary.
FLOOT?
Fortune Marie.
It's in the Urban
Fortune Marie, you are
Dictionary.
dirtying up this episode.
No,
left
not on
and right.
purpose.
What
Mhm.
about what's a flume? FLUM.
It's a channel for water, like a log flume.
Okay, a
Let's
log
just keep
flume.
asking each other
Yeah.
questions.
And Thomas, what is?
What would you call?
We're gonna
What?
change this podcast to quick. Google this for me.
What
Yeah,
else can we learn?
yeah. What's your attitude right now, though, guys?
Attitude.
I mean,
I liked Fortune when you said matitude.
Attitude.
I feel like I already went off on my matitude about the
Oh.
bad service.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's
was
a good
definitely
one.
a attitude. I mean, nothing's really like getting under my skin at the moment.
Do you get road rage?
No, not these days because people are crazy and I feel like there was a time in our lives where you could just give a fun bird to somebody.
Just a fun,
Just a
flip
fun,
a fun bird.
Like, hey man, not these days. Don't be doing that.
Not
People
worth
are
it.
nuts. So
Yeah.
I try to keep it pretty chill on the road because I mean, it feels like everyone. My attitude is that stress levels seem to be through the roof for everybody. So no one has any patience, and most people their impatience is properly handled and but then other people go to like the extreme, and you're just like y'all need to get some therapy. Like this is too much.
Yeah.
So yeah, impatience and stress levels, that would be an
Yeah.
annoyance. I think people gotta get that stuff in check.
I find myself in an Uber and then there'll be some road altercation.
Oh yeah.
And often I know it was the Uber driver's fault, but
Yep.
I will get on board with whatever rant the driver says. He's like, did you see that psychopath? I'm like, oh, I can't believe that. What's that guy even thinking? Even though I know that it was the Uber driver. I don't know. I just
You
want
got
to
to make sure you're safe.
yeah, and bond and
Yeah.
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 When I
Yeah.
lived in Spain, I was walking down the street and these two guys were both at a stop sign, and I don't know, someone pissed the other one off, and they both hopped out of their car and just started beating the crap out of each other
Oh my
and
lord.
just punching each other like crazy, and everyone's just kind of like, what? They do their thing and then both just get in their car and drive off. Like, what up? I was like,
I mean, I
my
guess like
God.
I guess that's what like chimpanzees do. Like you get your rage out and then you move
Yes.
on from it, but that's not good.
That is wild.
What I've been trying to do to de-stress myself, obviously, we know Tig's treading water has been very
Sure.
helpful.
Yep, but it somehow became your treading water.
That's right. Now it's
Yeah,
now
yeah,
I've
that's what you're known
commandeered
for.
it. But May has one. I'm so intrigued by him. I did a sauna and a steam room the last couple of days, and that was
Ooh.
a nice stress reliever.
Dude, it is a game changer. I feel very grateful that I'm like in a position where I could have splashed out and got that little sauna, but I am using it 20 minutes a day and it changes your whole cellular composition. It feels like you just feel alive and young.
And you kind of meditate in there, right? Because you can't bring your I don't think you can bring your phone or anything in there because it's too hot. you
I've
do.
sometimes snuck my little phone
Oh,
in there.
really?
But I put
you
it on the
should have
ground.
it be a no phone zone for yourself.
100% I should. You're right.
No
Yeah.
phone zone.
Yeah.
Instead of figuring out a way to get it in there.
I do I'll do spells
the towel.
sometimes in there. Like you have your bucket of water that you're going to splash the water on the coals, and I'll put like essential oils and some sea salt for spell power, and then I'll stir it 3 times and I'll make a wish. I'll put my crystals in there, and then I'll
Whoa.
really focus, and then I put the water on the this is a real insight
this
into
is some
my
witchy stuff.
yeah, this
Yeah.
is my private. I mean, I tell my friends this, and they're like, "Just go to therapy, like, and you can change your world."
Just May, for the love of God, go to therapy.
Yeah,
You don't want to go to therapy?
I actually have a consultation tomorrow morning.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and
Can
another
we
one
come?
later. Oh my God, please keep me honest.
Well, that's what's important about therapy, which I think a lot of people get wrong, is that they start lying to the therapist, and I'm like, that's the one person you got to come clean to.
Yeah.
Like they want to hear what they want to hear, so
You
they
gotta, yeah. Well, people go in there wanting someone to justify their actions.
right,
Mhm.
yeah,
That's not going to do you any good. You're
Mhm.
going there to break those habits.
Yeah.
Like whatever the habits are.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it is the one person you got to tell all your mess to.
yeah,
Mhm.
So I highly encourage that, because just going in there and being like, this person in my life did this and this person did this and I don't know why, like that,
Yeah.
well, it's not going to get us anywhere.
Well, so I
Yeah.
should stop griping about you, Fortune, in
Yeah.
my therapy.
Right. Yeah, it's because you're meeting someone, you want them to like you, like everybody wants a person to like them, but at the end of the day, you're literally paying them to break
help
these
with-
old habits
with-
and to heal these traumas.
I
yeah,
know.
with growth.
I've had moments where I've with my therapist where I'm like, I have something to tell you, and I'm not proud about. I'm not proud of
Really?
this.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
good place to be.
Yeah.
Like I have to preface it with like, I
Right,
just
right.
want you to know I'm cringing right now, and I have to tell you this thing
Yeah.
that I
Yeah.
did or thought or said or wanted or
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
felt.
Because I guess their instinct a lot of the time is to be like self-love and, don't be so hard on yourself. And yeah, but sometimes you
Their
gotta-
job is to try to, point out, why am I doing these things? Why are these patterns like this? Why do I have this insecurity? Why am I avoidant about this, or whatever it is,
Yeah, yeah, your
That's-
blind spots. Yeah,
That's their job, to then hear, what are these patterns that you're doing? Why are you doing this? And tell you, like, you do this because this.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I encourage you to I love that you're going.
Go in there and blow your mind.
Yeah,
I was
just
planning
go in
on
there and
lying,
just,
so
like,
no, of
but
course,
but
yeah, I'm
your
gonna
instinct
be-
will be like, I want this person to like me. They
No,
will
I gotta
like
shake.
you.
I gotta shake that.
Shake
yeah.
that off. Just
Yeah.
this is the time to just tell all your secrets, tell all your shit.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Shall
right.
we hear what Anjelah answered?
Yeah, let's do it. That's why we're here, right?
My attitude, I'm going to take it straight from today. We were selling our car, okay? And so we go to CarMax. Manny's like, I'm going to take the car to CarMax,
Yeah.
and we're going to sell the car before we fly out. And he gets there and then calls me and is like, hey, the car's under your name. You actually have to be the one to come out here. I hadn't even showered yet.
Yeah.
And I have Rosie. I got to change her diaper. I got to get us both dressed, rush, get in the car.
Yeah.
Be over there. They're like, okay, you're next in line. I'm like, perfect. They're like, it should be like maybe like an hour. And I'm like, wait, hold on. I thought I was next. And then rush back home, took a shower, and I was ready like right before you walked in the door. So that's my attitude, is like having to go waste time
Yeah.
to go sell a car at CarMax. I guess my attitude. My gratitude is I feel like I would say this every single day of my life, but my daughter always. I am grateful for her love for music.
Oh.
She loves music. She loves to sing. She loves to dance. She has rhythm, like she's on beat when she claps and when she dances. And even like the intro of a song, it's like music, 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 and then it goes dun 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 dun, and then the beat drops, whatever. She's full on dun 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 dun, like she follows the beat.
Yeah.
And she just, I love watching her love music, and that's what I'm grateful for.
That's great.
We didn't even talk
awesome.
about Anjelah's so funny. She's many people know who she is, but she's such an awesome stand-up. Some people know her from back in the day, from the Mad TV days. She was one of the early people that like blew up on YouTube. Like her nail salon video went like viral, and she just is just one of the funniest stand-ups.
And she's back at YouTube, right, with her latest stand-up
Mhm.
special. That's awesome.
Yeah. And an NFL cheerleader back in the day. I think she was for the Raiders, I want to say.
But I'll tell you what, you know who was not?
Me.
All three of us.
Speak for yourself. Huh? Yeah. Well, this has been lovely.
I mean, hasn't it, guys?
Hasn't
I
it
always love
just?
catching up with you.
Indeed,
you.
indeed,
And you.
you. What do you have going on, friends?
Well, I'm on my Taking Care of Biscuits tour, and it's in full swing. It started in June 5th, St. Louis. The Kansas City, I have a 4 p.m. show on June 7th. I would love people to come to. Then Mulvane, Kansas, Las Vegas, Lexington, Kentucky, Knoxville, Tennessee, Asheville, North Carolina. And then we just added like a ton more in like Houston and DC and Boston, Chicago, all those good places.
Love it. And how's the material coming?
It's coming
it's feeling good?
really good. Yeah. It'll keep evolving and but I was so nervous when this tour started about like what am I going to talk about, but the stories have been super fun.
That's great.
And so I've been really happy with it.
What about you, little cowboy?
The shows I'm really excited about and would love to sell out are in June 10th. I'm in San Francisco playing my music album. June 12th in Portland. I've never been to Portland before in my whole life.
Portland, Oregon?
Yeah.
Wow, that place was made for you.
Yeah, you're
really?
gonna like it.
Yes.
I can't wait.
The Northwest in general is a very beautiful area.
Yeah, I was thinking about camping or something. I say that, I'm not going to do that. I was thinking about it, but yeah. And then June 13th, I'm in Vancouver at the Vogue Theater, which is a beautiful big theater where I filmed my stand-up special, actually.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, playing music. So come, I'm going to do more covers. I'm going to play new tunes. I'm going to play the whole album. And what about you, Tig?
Great.
Well, the documentary I produced, Come See Me in the Good Light, is, listen, it's not often that Tribeca Film Festival takes a film that already premiered at Sundance. And you know what? They're taking
That's
ours.
right, they did.
Yeah, it's exciting. We have, it's the weekend of June 6th. There's several screenings, and then let's see, I'll be at Largo June 13th, and then I'll be in Eureka Springs, Arkansas June 14th. Then I'll be at Dynasty Typewriter in Los Angeles June 21st. August 23rd, I'll be in P-Town. I have 2 shows. I think the first is sold out. The second is maybe almost sold out. And but check online. There's going to be we're going to be the documentary. It was purchased by Apple, and it'll be premiering in the fall. But we are hitting so many festivals right now, and you can also get Handsome merch at handsomepod.com. We have
we got good stuff.
Lovely items.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing our new tees out in the wild. There some people came to my last show with the what is the rocker kind of tee?
Yeah,
like
it's
metal.
like
Yeah,
heavy
that one
metal
looked
stuff.
really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Real nice.
Well,
Well,
I guess
I don't know. I feel like this was solid, and maybe until next time, we should just go ahead and
Keep
it
handsome.
some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first.
Like, to check that you've got all the different types of cutlery and glassware and plates before inviting your friends over for a fancy dinner party. Or just use that stuff you have and pretend it's fancy.
Checking first is smart, so check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
That was a HeadGum podcast.